to stay with the Browns. Roethlisberger in trouble. Avoids it. Out of trouble. Roethlisberger looking for it all. Touchdown! Brown against Hayden. Roethlisberger is a magician.
Well, Steeler Nation, we're coming off of a bye week. We're facing the Browns. And we got a pretty good chance of controlling the AFC North. Like I was saying, the bye week was pretty good for the Pittsburgh Steelers because all three teams from the AFC North lost. The Bengals, the Ravens, and the Browns. And now, this Sunday, we got a chance of controlling the AFC North. I know it's early, but we got a chance to do so against the Cleveland Browns. And after that, a short week after that. So, yeah. Hi, everybody. Jordan Steele 88 with another video. This is the Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers game preview week 6. So, let's jump right into it. So, let's talk about the Cleveland Browns. They're coming off that heartbreaking loss to the Vikings up in London. And I got to tell you, man, and on this Cleveland Browns team, of course, it starts with Myles Garrett on defense because he's one of the best edge rushers in the game. I mean, and they got Denzel Ward, a pretty good corner. So, and then defense, they got guys like JLK in the linebacker position, and then up and coming rookie Mason Graham at the defensive line position. And they got an underrated Mike linebacker and Carson Schwarzenegger, if I can say his name right. But man, they got a pretty good defense, and they got the former Steeler Devin Bush on defense. So, and then like a day or two ago, they traded on their second best corner, Greg Newsome, to the Jacksonville Jaguars for Tyson Campbell. So, I mean, it's still got a pretty good defense, though. Don't get me wrong. And they got Grant Delp as a strong safety position. So, yeah, man. I mean, Cleveland Browns, man, they got a pretty good defense, which I'm going to talk about later on. So, and on offense, they traded away Joe Flacco to the Bengals for a couple of draft picks, and now they got this guy named Dylan Gabriel, who's going to be their starting quarterback, and Shedeur Sanders is going to be the second string quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. And offense, it starts with, he's kind of underrated at tight end position, David Njoku. He's pretty underrated for a tight end. And Jerry Jeudy is also underrated in the NFL at wide receiver. And they got a pretty good running back at Krishan Judkins, the rookie out of The Ohio State University. Krishan Judkins was playing pretty well in London. And they've also got D4 at running back too. So, Jerome Ford, excuse me. I'm sorry. So, yeah. And like I said, man, and the offensive line is pretty good too with Joe Bonito, if I said his name right. So, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, they got a pretty good defense, like I was saying before, which I'm going to keep talking about. The offense is not all that good. What I'm going to talk about, though, even though they can play pretty well, even though they gave Minnesota a run for their money. So, I'm going to talk about the Browns. I'm going to talk about the Browns rankings team wise. I'm going to talk about the rankings on offense. Now, for total yards on offense, they ranked 27th, passing 23rd, rushing 25th, points 31st. I mean, that's a below average offense if you ask me. Now defense, this is what they were pretty good at. In defense, the total yards they're second in 20 total yards, passing number 4, rushing tops, and points 22nd. So, I mean, I know I just said it about a couple seconds ago, but their offense, it's not all that good, in my opinion. But on defense, they're pretty good defensively. They've been phenomenal defensively, even though they are 1-4 or 1-5, should I say? Excuse me. So yeah, man, I tell you about I tell you, man, because that Cleveland Browns defense is that darn good, if you ask me. It all starts with Myles Garrett. So yeah. Now, so the keys of the game is, well, for the Steelers offense, we cannot let Myles Garrett wreck the game because Roger Jones has got a huge assignment of controlling that monster. So Roger Jones has left tackles up for the task of controlling. No, Cleveland Browns 1-4. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So yeah, so we're on week 6 of this NFL season if I didn't get it right the first time. So yeah, but anyway, back to the keys of the game. Well, like I was saying, Roger Jones got a huge assignment of trying to lock down Myles Garrett, which is not going to be easy for him to do because Myles Garrett's a speed rusher and all that. So, and then we I know they got rid of Dre Newsome, but Aaron Rodgers got a pretty good chance of attacking taking the second cornerback, but they're not going to throw it Denzel Ward's way. So yeah, I know the Browns defense is pretty good, but we got a pretty good chance of attacking their second cornerback after they trade away Gray Newsome. So we got to control the ground game, even though the Russian defense is ranked first. So yeah. Now on defense, we got to stop the run because that up and coming rookie Deshaun Junkins is pretty good, and we got to get pressure on Dylan Gabriel because he's starting at the quarterback position after they trade away Joe Flacco. So, and we got to slow down Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver and David Njoku at tight end. So, because I know I say this in my previous videos, or I said before, that the Steelers have trouble containing the tight ends. So, because David Njoku is pretty underrated in the NFL. So yeah. So, well, anyway, like I was saying, the Steelers got a pretty good chance to go 2-0 in this AFC North battle, starting with the game this Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. So we had a pretty good bye week, but we got to take advantage of this schedule. The two early AFC North opponents between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals, which is next Thursday night, while we're recording this video. So I mean, like I said, man, we got a chance to you know, take control of this AFC North though. So yeah, I know we're gonna miss some players like Calvin Austin. Well, Jalen Ramsey is up in the air though. If he plays, that's fantastic. And we're getting our injured players back too, Joy Porter Jr. and Alex Highsmith. Excuse me. So having these two injured guys back is important. Guys like Joy Porter Jr. and Alex Highsmith, although Nick Herbert's been playing pretty well. So yeah, so this is a good time to have those injured players back though. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man. I know I say this over and over, but this is our chance to go 2-0 in this AFC North, starting with the Cleveland Browns this Sunday. So yeah, man. So let me know what you think down in the comment section down below about this game preview between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like I said, we got a chance to take control of this AFC North, starting with the game this Sunday against the Browns. I know I'm saying it over and over, but yeah. And we're starting to get our injured players back. Alex Highsmith and Jordan Porter Jr. Jalen Ramsey's status is in the air. And Calvin Austin is probably not going to play this Sunday. So, and one other thing, we cannot take this team lightly. We can't take the Browns team lightly. Cannot take them lightly. They're 1-4. We're 3-1. So, yeah, we just can't take this team lightly. So we gotta play smart and try to control the game. Browns got a pretty good defense, so still gotta run the ball, even though they're tops in runs and rushing defense. So, yeah. So with that being said, this is Jordan Steele 88. See you guys in my next video. As always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.